Glory of a warrior is something that every man can experience. The glory of the victory. The glory of the warrior. So when we come up as young men, oftentimes in junior school or in high school or in college days, they're often not the most victorious parts of your days. Oftentimes you don't got money like that. You don't got women like that or the ascension thereof, and you're still discovering who you are, and oftentimes you're being lied to. Now, I'm going to extend it beyond just, the desirability as far as being desirable to women. I'm going to extend it to where you're not told the truth about who you are as an individual. Because you know that this capitalistic system, they lie to you about nutrition, health, everything, really. What they term history and everything else. So you don't have a sense of identity. They tell you that your sense of identity should be found in you chasing women and then serving women. You're a servant essentially, and that's what your identity is. And we're not told what women really are. And I say there's very few good women in this world. I say that with absolute conviction. Y'all women can get mad at me, but I'm not here for this. It's not a women's channel. But there's very few good women that are well-meaning, because I used to think church women were good. And then I just when I got a little older, the church was the place you could get the most hoes from. Real talk. So the early days, you're fighting. You're fighting against an identity. You're fighting against your desires, as a man. You're being force-fed information that's contrary to what is true. And oftentimes you can feel it that it's wrong, but you don't know how to respond to it. And you're going to find yourself doing a job that you hate because it's the only way to make a living. And even the thing that you went to school for, whether it's college or university, you find that the thing that you took so much time to do, you actually hate that thing. And you're supposed to look good. And if you're a church person or, whatever, you put on the front, good morning, pastor. You're acting good and everything else. You act like, oh, holy and righteous. But your mood, your mindset, and everything is contrary. The black culture, we have a lot of destructive things. There's hip hop. There's a hip hop that comes from black guys, young guys, and there's hip hop that comes from the ladies, and it's toxic. And our females have ate it up. And whether it's coming from the United States, from the UK, it spreads over to the continent, and it's bad. It's terrible. You can see the evidence of it. People would be twerking in the advent of TikTok and Instagram. Ladies be selling, things like valuable goods that they cannot regain. So as a young man, you are a warrior at a young age. You're fighting these things. You don't get no play. Oftentimes, only a few guys get play, and you don't have an identity, and you got no money. And money is a currency that, you can say, oh, I don't need no money, but you definitely need some money, because you don't get no play unless you got some money. So what happens then? And if you're unlucky, like most of us have been, you fall in love with a woman and you believe she's wholesome and she's innocent. Beauty is such a trap for a lot of men. We fall in love with certain features and we get caught up in it. And then all of a sudden it turns against us, and you discover. And then when you go and try to cry about it online, the same gender will come at you like, hey, shut up, you pussy. What you crying for? And then you discover, hey, I thought women was good. I thought women was kind and nurturing, but no, it's not the case. And then eventually, at some point, you start to figure out these things are reoccurring, and then women leaning towards guys who are terrible people, as far as you can tell, and they're leaning towards those guys. And then what happens? You don't get no play, but you're like, I'm a good person. I'm trying to do right. And eventually, if you're unlucky, you even go through a divorce. And then you try to cry about it, and women say, hey, you should expect that. You're male. You exist to serve. Some of them even go to war and die. And then you get older and you're like, hey, I don't need this nonsense. I can live without it. I don't need your testosterone levels a little lower. So if you're not moved by your small head, you're moving with your big head now. You're smart, you're wiser, and you're doing better now as a man. Now, the glory of a warrior can only occur if you fight very hard, maintain your health, Stay away from toxic relationships, and you're victorious and invest your money. Because now in your older years, let's just say from late 30s to early 40s, now you're good now. Nobody can pull anything off your head because you're smarter now. You're wiser now. You got your money going on. You know how to work. You manage your life. You've exited all this toxic relationship. You no longer participate in. You're not in any forums fighting some woman all over there who had privilege or her life because she was beautiful. She got everything given to her. And now you're in that stage now. When your health is good, your money's up, you could travel. That's where the glory comes of a warrior. You're a warrior. You overcame. You're healthy. You overcame the people who subdue you. You overcame. That's the glory of a warrior I'm talking about. But if you did not do the right thing, you participated, you made a lot of baby mamas, and you were eating badly, drinking all kinds of drinks, your health is bad, in your 40s now you pay for it. You don't get that victory at all. You're suffering. You're busy arguing with women online like it's profitable. These women are geared towards argumentation. They can do that all day long. It's going to weary you down. Your value as a man comes from what you produce. If you're old and you got nothing going for you and you're bad health, trust and believe. Even the woman that you married is going to let you go. There's a story in the book of Job. Job was a wealthy man. Okay? And he had everything going for him. He had children and everything else. But long story short, when everything was taken away from him, his woman said, curse God and die. She was like, it's not good over here no more. Why are we still doing this? So, but you as a man, you understand resilience because you're loyal to your maker. You're loyal to that. So that's why the victory of a warrior oftentimes, is in the absence of the ones who so-called they love you. The glory of a warrior will come after the fact, after you've been through divorce, after you've been through toxic relationships, after you've been through lies about health and nutrition. You eat all this bad food. They got you eating pork and toxic shrimp. You do a little research. You're like, wait a minute, this is not supposed to be food. Wait a minute, why was I told this that this was okay? I'm not supposed to be consuming these much fatty things. And now your health is good and you are on the up. You're on the up on the health sense. You're on the up on the wisdom of understanding your environment around you. And now you got the glory of the warrior you've overcome. Many men can achieve this, but oftentimes very few will do it because it takes effort, real effort. Because you're battling against the man that runs the show, the prince of the air that runs the show, and the woman that's been weaponized against you. There's very few good women out there, trust and believe. A lot of them will put on a front because they got somewhere to go. They have a goal. They need money. They need help in terms of comfort. And as soon as those things materialize, they are gone. The glory of a warrior can be attained by those who fight a good fight. Fight a good fight. Don't get tired. Don't be older in your 40s and your health is poor because you're making some dumb decisions. Don't be broke in your 40s because you was just betting. I've noticed there's a lot of online gambling going on. Don't participate in that. Don't be terrible in your 40s because you're drinking too much. I'm not saying don't drink at all. I'm saying because you was drinking too much. Or you're doing a lot of trips, funding girls' lifestyles, but your ass is nobody gonna care for you when you're old. The glory of a warrior is that when you're good now, you got a peace of mind. You can travel good. I live off the grid when I get a chance to. I'm setting myself up for that, by the way. Right now, I'm not in Africa. I'm in the West, but I'm setting myself up because I understand the glory of a warrior is if you don't take care of you, not your woman, not your daughter, not your son, gonna do it. If you're blessed with children that look out for you like that, then more power to you. But the glory of a warrior comes once you've overcome the battles of life. From a health stance, from a relationship stance, from a religious stance, you got to fight some belief systems that are not right. At the end of the day, it's on you, on your shoulders. You can be a glorious warrior if you undertake the path. It's a path that has the most resistance. People going to ridicule you. Oh, there you go again talking about 9/11. There you go again talking about, whatever it is that you're into. I don't want to touch into conspiratorial kind of subjects, but there you go again. Well, yeah, But you can prove people wrong. Your aim is not to prove people wrong. Just live a righteous life as an evidence of a glorious warrior who overcame. And you can overcome. Peace, love, and blessings.